Alright, hey, hi, hello, how's it going guys? My name is ZetaRayZod and welcome back to more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Now, before I begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. So, last we left off. Where did we leave off? I think we started the previous episode with the deductions, right? And we figured out that, that the snake is actually not Miss Pavlova's pet, which I originally thought it was, but it turns out it's actually a cat, based on the scratch on her left hand, which she's hiding with her right hand right now. And there's also a picture frame of her with a cat. Hold on. Here it is. And as you can see, there's a bell around the cat's neck, which is this thing, this pink one. And I think right now what we are concluding is that Kazuma died because he tripped over the cat as the ship was turning or something like that. So he fell at an awkward angle and he broke his neck, which I thought in a game that seems a bit suspicious, because if you fell from the front, it's not possible for you to break your neck like that. But it's a game, whatever. We were gonna rule it out as an accident, but then there was some things that were a bit suspicious. For example, like what Kazuma wrote, number one. For one, he wrote it in Russian. Number two, if we're looking at the postmortem report, it says he died instantly. So there's absolutely no way he could have written this when he was dying, as his dying message or whatever, right? Also, he wrote it in Russian, which is a bit sus. So we're kind of like figuring out what's going on right now. Alright, let's get going. You're idiots. Bury has a huge ship with many passengers. You make emergency stop even in the middle of night, there would be chaos everywhere. What are your thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, it's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea. Really? What evidence, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, that's the book, isn't it? The ship log. Fascinating. Do show us, my good man. What evidence promotes the theory that some emergency gripped this vessel last night? Ship's log. It's gotta be ship's log, right? Seaman Stroganoff. It's your duty to patrol the first-class air of the ship, isn't that right? Duh, that is correct. Why? And the ship's log here, this would be where you record the details of your duties. What are you doing with that? That is mine. You just like took it up from the thing. Here it is. Oh, you rather carelessly left it atop the little makeshift bureau in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our care of a mind to return it to you later. I left it there on purpose. That is where I put it always. Okay, look, the point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances, you write the phrase, nothing to report every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until its first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all. Nothing recorded in the log? I'm just thinking, like, wouldn't he write it in Russian? Or did he write it in English? If it's a Russian cruise liner, he would write it in Russian. That is, yeah, because nothing happened. But if nothing happened, you would normally write nothing to report, wouldn't you? Gulp. Cookie. Indeed so, which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened here aboard the SS Burya. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. Are you suggesting that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night? Stop talking rubbish. If I'm perfectly honest, I find that a little hard to believe myself. Oh? Why? Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really had happened, surely all of us would have noticed. Yeah, but we all have headaches. So I'm kind of with the impression that we were drugged somehow. Because Susato said she had a throbbing headache. Hosonaga said he had a throbbing headache. And if you recall, Naruhodo also woke up with a throbbing headache. So that's 3 already. Wait, Sherlock Holmes also had it. So it's 4. I'm not sure about the Pavlova, but thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently, and the alarm bell was so loud. I can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night. Well, no, that's a good point. I think we were drugged. What of the throbbing? There we go. Way ahead of you. Sorry? What do you mean? Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning. We have all suffered with it. Oh. Oh, yes. I I have had a headache, you're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. Nor have I. My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn. You were drugged. Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected. He's right. My head's been throbbing today too. And since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. But the first thing I noticed this morning was the throbbing pain in my head. I had already been dragged out of the wardrobe and shackled and had those handcuffs put on me by that point. Why didn't I wake up when all this was happening to me? You were drugged! Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo. You boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, well, yeah. Sorry. The stowaway class of accommodations doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? Oh, well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. So you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it? Yeah. In fact, I had all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken. Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all? That's right. He didn't touch it. Is that relevant? I think it is. Someone's drugged the chicken. Yeah, that's why I think all the players aren't here yet. People. Yeah, I think like some people are missing. Definitely need some answers. My dear fellow, does that not strike you? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken? I do. No. Really? Is that really true? The meal prepared for the passengers last night had been tampered with. Tampered with by the addition of a soporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. A sleeping drug? Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop? Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. What a far-fetched idea. Precisely. Lacing every meal of every passenger on board with a soporific drug would certainly be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. What? Mr. Sholmes! Well, Seaman? This is a big conspiracy then. It's not just one murder. See, this is why I kind of figured that whoever did this to Kazuma would be someone who knows the ship like the back of their hand, because only a crewman would know that an emergency stop would lock the doors, right? It would bolt the doors by itself. I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. Confess! If you refuse to talk, there would be an inquiry made through his shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew, and the captain himself, would be hauled over the coals. For aiding and abetting a renegade. Oh, the Russian revolutionary. Does she know about it? Please, no more. I will tell everything. Huh? I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore. These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. She's a Russian revolutionary? Yes, so when I decided to run away, I asked them to help me. We all agreed to help, everyone together. She threw away everything. Her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia. We want to help our angel. I don't believe it. You're right, we put sleeping drug and chicken last night. Yeah, I remember now. I did notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point. Why did you keep eating? That we could not make all drug, how do you say dissolve? Ugh, talk about a heavy seasoning. At midnight in waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. Oh. She was helped by comrade on shore with a small fishing boat. Wait a minute. That kind of doesn't add up. Hold on. I just want to see what he says. While all the passengers of the SS Burr slept soundly, thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained. Oh, so if that's what happened, the only people awake on the ship last night were the crew, people who dislike chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door. Wait, so she did it again after? How does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There would have been complete chaos. Oh, I wouldn't say so. What? Of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins. After which you would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug. Quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night. Yeah. But how about the cabins that don't have people in them? The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted away. And so not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door in the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. Interesting. Interesting. You have talked a long time and said many things. What is point? Hold up. I just want to point out that Stroganoff, if what really happened, what really transpired is true, that Kazuma tripped over a cat and died, that guy freaking knew that. And what? I'm getting blamed? He was willing to throw me under the bus for a cat. Somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night. But I don't know about any of this. I'm just a little girl. I'd like to speak of your long English words and explain your clever ideas. But I'm Sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories. We don't believe. Sailors like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes. Laudable trait. What? Laudable? What? I'm quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. But observation can't be everything. Just saying. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yeah? Do you hear it? The accusatory cry of guilt on the wind. What accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you've lost me. Proof of involvement, man. But you can't hear such a call with your ears. No. You must hear it with your eyes. For observation is the basis of all deduction. What are you talking about? You're nuts! I believe time has come for one final logic and reasoning spectacular. The truth. So, Mr. Naruhodo, with your assistance, if you please. What exactly, Mr. Sholmes? It was observation, my dear fellow. Just as I said, of these two prevaricators. Observation? If you remember, Mr. Naruhodo, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Sogi's death, what we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two were there when it happened. Precisely, you're delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, let's see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died. There, ink. It's always behind them. It's a place where you can't see. So wait, hold on a minute. So he fell as well? Seaman Stroganoff, you seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Huh? Oh, yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain? What are you trying to say? It would appear that the significance of this stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform. And I think what made it is clear. Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruhodo, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Alright then, the evidence that proves what that stain on the back of Steven Stroganoff's uniform really is... It's this newspaper! No, it's the ink. Do I have evidence of the ink? No, yeah, I'll just put that. Yes, it's his photograph, and the ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform. Ink! A rather unusual color of ink. Purple. The penny drops, at last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. The stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color. If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform that way. Which means... you must have been present in the cabin in the moments immediately after the ink was spilled. Alright, yeah. It was me. I did it. Everything. What did you do? I arranged everything in dead student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. How did he know I was in the wardrobe? Then I pressed button to make Bury Ado emergency stop and bolt cabin door shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel. Biff, please. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty patrolling passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Biff, please, you must help me. I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw a student boy on the floor. What happened here? Please, don't tell anyone. My little furry friend. Seriously? I mean, does that make sense? Like, she values her cat over her life that her cat took. Everything that happened in cabins like Angel told you. I'm curious to find out how he knew I was in the wardrobe, actually. Could he escape through the ventilator to Mr. Asogi's cabin? But he tripped over it and broke his neck when he fell to the floor? Yeah, that is right. So after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers? Only to find its occupants lying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on the floor. That's when she went to look. No, Angel? The door was not locked, so she opened to look, and you already know what happened after. There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind. What? When you went to Mr. Sogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why? I already told you! When Nina opened door of student's cabin and looked inside, I was asking Miss Pavlova. Well, Miss Pavlova? Duh. He was already dead. Oh. Yes, that's right. I saw him. It was dark, and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I understand, and I believe you. You know, I was a bit afraid of what she'd say. If she said no, he was still alive when I went in, but I let him die. That would have been... whew. That would have been very incriminating. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last? At last. Something very nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Schultz? Wardrobe, come on. This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. Okay. The cause of death was a broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural. What do you mean, unnatural? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Huh? Oh, well... If Kazuma tripped and fell and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck, which part of this photograph print seems unnatural? I don't know. It's not his fist, is it? No. I don't get it. Is it his fist? Alright, if he really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then this fist just doesn't seem quite right. Oh. Yeah, because I'm thinking, if you fell down accidentally or something, why would you clench? Why would you clench your fist? You would be reaching out to stop you from falling. The exact same thought occurred to me. In fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat, yeah. It's instinct. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Actually, what's in his fist? Almost, you might say, as a fight, as though he were gripping something. What do you mean? Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. You did? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow? Mr. Sholmes, show us, please. Why, of course, my dear madam. Would I keep you in suspense? You would, Sholmes, you would. Oh! That's her earring. Oh, a crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle. That's Pavlova's earring. Wait a minute, what? Crescent moon's very pretty, but what's it tell us? It tells us nothing. It's her earring. I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Observation, Mr. Naruhodo. That is the key. What? The truth is now tantalizingly close. How did that crescent moon come to be in Kazuma's clenched fist? This is the final clue, the last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe, find the answer of your own eyes. Wait, you know what this means, right? Because I remember seeing her earring, but this means that she was dead before Kazuma died. Miss Pavlova, on your ear there. I see you have a crescent moon as well. Huh. What? Oh my god, what did you do? You know, your other ear, there seems to be a crescent moon missing. The little link holding it on must have broken, I suppose. Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there's only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. Miss Pavlova, Mr. Sogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night in Mr. Sogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. Did you push him? Then the question is, why did Mr. Sogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? Oh my god, she killed him! She killed him! What? When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Wait. Oh, it's her. Running away? The fishing boat in the middle of the night? Trying to climb onto this huge ship? And then When I was at last in this cabin and I could relax after this horrible long day... Darka, wait! Is there an animation of the cat coming through? No. I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy, but nothing worked. Darka would not come back. Knock, knock. That's the sound of the police. Cluck. What are you doing here this time of night, Inspector? Wait, what? Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. The young man from your country, he was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Darka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin... Just a moment, sorry, but... Oh, yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah. Oh, of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina? Huh? No, I don't know the name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina? You know they're not that far away. Russia and Japan are not that far away from each other. Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But what are you doing in the ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company is performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So you've run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I can use another opinion here. He's gonna pull that cord. He's gonna tell the captain. What do I think I could trust him? Oh my god, she pushed him. Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait! I shouted, and then Darka jumped out of my arms, down to the young man's feet. And as he turned around to look at me, I pushed him. I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. And that's when you went to fetch help? From Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway. Oh, sorry, that was Naruto. I heard Nina cry out and thud on the floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go." So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Cosmo's cabin to make it look like I did it. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door? Yes. I went into cabin and looked around to make sure there's nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway and Wardrobe still sleeping. Right. That's when he found me. So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the Stowaway. I closed Wardrobe's doors and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Sato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged young man's body to a good place and used ink that was spilling right on the floor. I wrote Wardrobe, so that people who found it would look inside Wardrobe and find Stowaway. And tell me, what if the glass fell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half. Then Angel went back to her cabin, and I finished job pressing the emergency alarm button. In the passageway... Oh, sorry, I need to read the names. Yes, I need to read the names before I try and do the voice. Accordingly, the SS Buria did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. How could you do this? It's like, shake her. Well, you said that you told Kazuma about the fact that you run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? Yeah. But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem? It was what he said first that made me scared. What he said first? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. Oh. I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. He said an inspector was his friend. Oh, yes, meaning me. Who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord, May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? Shake her! How could you do this? Take her down with your, like, Susato takedown. It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Sogi really gonna pull the bell cord? I don't know. He was gonna open the wardrobe door, I think. What? What do you think, Miss Naruhodo? Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain, but... he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done. No, he was walking over to it. He was gonna pull the cord. He was gonna make them send me back. Well, Miss Naruhodo, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There's one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yes. What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? I think he was gonna... I honestly feel like he was going to check on Naruhodo. Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed? First, consider the victim's location within his cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yeah, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. The cabin has been my home for this entire voyage. So this is how the cabin looked like last night, when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama? Yeah, it's exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. There's one thing I've learned today, is that a simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze of where it lands. So, when you turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? He was looking at the wardrobe. Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however, what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. The wardrobe? And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? What was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Ah! Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Mr. Sogi's exact words last night? Give me a moment. I can use another opinion here. Another opinion? Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Sogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if between them, they might be able to help in some way, no doubt. Oh no. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Sogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently. If you had. That's kind of sad. I don't know, just thinking back about it, like, this could have been avoided, you know? It's just a game. I don't know why I'm getting upset about it, but, you know, like, he had a whole future ahead of him, and he was just trying to be helpful. He just wanted to talk to Naruhodo, and because, you know, she was scared. Miss Pavlova, I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. I'm sorry. Really. I'm so sorry. What have I done? And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident in the Yasasburia was finally laid to rest. Damn, that sucks. And he didn't even get killed for a good reason. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to repatriate her? Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office to sort all that out. Mrs. Sholmes can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She went away, so now she's in exile for life. I see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, Mr. Roganov? I wanted to help our angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you, about how you lost a good friend. I'll go with Nina. I'll give myself to British police. It's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death is like such a waste. It does feel like a waste. Well, do what you can do for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Yeah. Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm gonna have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan. Yeah. I did stow away after all. Couldn't really expect any different. Or I could take Kazuma's place, please? So you should get back to your cabin now. Looks like my study tour of Great Britain is over before it's even begun then. To think that only days ago Kazuma and I were laughing together about how we tear up the streets of London. It seems like a distant memory now. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? Sato-san? Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you'd return. Oh, I haven't been back long. Inspector Osanaga just told me I should pack. Yeah, you know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. Oh, she's crying. I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over just like that. Sato-san. He had such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. Now they've been cruelly taken away, just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now we know the truth. That it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. It's just too much. I wouldn't call it a mishap. She deliberately pushed him. Or still something you could say. Who's that? Oh, Spectre. My duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain. But I failed. I caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down. And I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector. Why is the handcuffs back on? I'm freaking out. Huh? What? Sholmes, piece of shit. Surprise, Mr. Naruhodo? What is the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Sorry? So I decided to restore it. For old time's sake, shall we say. You are a stowaway after all. Ha 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 ha. You think this is funny? Did you take it off at least? Mr. Sholmes. We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences? The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. I hope that you will be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port, in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was a stowaway. The terms of this study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be 1 lawyer and 1 assistant. Was to be? In the light of Mrs. Sogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Oh no. I don't care for me, but... Poor Sasato-san. My dear fellows. Majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. It's Sholmes, isn't it? Yeah. All you require is 1 lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely. But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. Oh, but anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. Yes. You mean me? Mrs. Sato? Yeah? Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? It's funny that I don't know if this is true, you can check back for me, but it kind of seems like when they're alone, he goes to the Japanese honorific, but when he's around like Herlock Sholmes, for instance, he goes with Miss. So I don't know if that's a thing, or maybe that's just like, maybe that's something wrong with the script or something, I don't know. But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, unless, are you studying law? No, I'm not, but I'm sorry, in that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. But as I said, there's little more than a month before we reach English shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Yeah, I have a month in which to study, to learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain. Mr. Naruhodo, that's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody can learn all of that in just 40 days? There's only one way to find out. I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? And if, by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? For Kazuma. He said that it was something he had to do in Great Britain, and that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. I'll become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Mrs. Sato? I think it's a wonderful idea. Thank you. So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? 1 lawyer and 1 assistant. Numbers are indisputable. No, it's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating? Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest. Give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character, no? And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. From the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, above all, courage. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector! After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here. Oh, thank you, Inspector. If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next, and how best to make my report. Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I'm gonna try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer? I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant after all. Thank you. And, Mr. Naruhodo? I'd like you to take charge of this. What? Me? Are you sure? I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. Its name is Karuma. It's a great sword. It's been in the Asogi clan for generations. Should I go back to the clan then? Very well, I accept it. I'll treasure it always. So then, Mr. Sato, it seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet. It'll be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo. And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. You shall fill every spare moment with study. Yes, it's exactly what I need. Crying inside. But before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you too. Goodness, what is it? Please throw me to the ground. Oh, what? 3 times. What? I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. No matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior. No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away. The cabin door is locked from the inside. No! I won't let you make excuses for me. Whatever the circumstances, I should never have thrown you. And not just once, but 5 times! Whoa, she threw me 5 times? Huh. The number keeps creeping up, doesn't it? It's 3. I think she did 3 times. Please, you must. Just take hold of me and throw me. Do it! Don't even think about it. Just do it! No. I don't even know how. I've never thrown anyone in my life. Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It is a skill one acquires without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Still here? I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed. When did he see that? She's like peeking out the ventilator. I presume that'd be a form of Japanese wrestling? Oh, well, in a way. It's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jiu-jitsu technique. Apparently it's called the Susato takedown. At least your head's swimming, believe me. Huh. How beguiling. He backs up a little bit. Beguiling. I'm a practitioner of the combative arts myself. Somewhat accomplished boxer. There he goes, dancing around again. What if you'd be so kind to instruct me on the techniques of your arresting throw? Throw him. Yes, I'd be honored. Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam. Oh, of course. Is she gonna do it on me? Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry? Hiya! I was like, what? What? As you can see, you throw from the abdomen. Oh yeah, wrestling indeed, and that is what you term the Susato takedown, is it? Actually, no. That was the Susato squash. Just like concussions. my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. Karuma. That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Isogi clan. Can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little regular, surely. Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryonosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So his name compels his wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. And I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. But I'm gonna see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London. Yay, and we're done with chapter 2, I think. Yep. That kind of sucks that Kazuma died, and the way that he died, and the circumstances that he died as well. It's pretty sad. Yeah. I guess now it's chapter 3. Yeah. Chapter 1, chapter 2. Okay. Next is the runaway room. Okay, I'm gonna leave this episode here. I mean, it was kind of expected. I've seen like the original Ace Attorney Chronicles trilogy, I think it's called, and I mean, something did happen to your what's the word? Your mentor, I think. So I kind of should have seen this coming, but I guess I didn't expect it. But you know what? We'll see what happens in episode 3. I'm not sure if we're gonna be a full-fledged lawyer or if we're still kind of like budding, you know, like in the middle of it or whatever. But we'll see what happens. So if you like what you see and you like what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. As always, be safe, take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace!